Hey everybody, welcome to AJS News. This is the first of 2 videos we've got for you today.
But first, new word from our sponsors.
Hey Alex, what are you working on?
Well, I got this new model. The billionaire space race is kind of fascinating, so I wanted to get a new model rocket and make a big diorama for it.
That's supposed to be a big rocket?
Yeah, it's huge. It's 1:66 scale. I mean, look, that's impressive, right?
Yeah, but you can barely see that. What is this? What are you doing?
This is the when it's taken off. It's all the smoke.
Well, I think you need to tone that down. You can barely see anything. Whoa.
See, I told you it was huge.
That thing is huge.
Yeah.
See, it looks way better now.
Yeah, I think this is the perfect amount. Just a little bit around, just a little around the base, but now you can see its full glory.
Yeah. But why does it look like a dick?
Guys, don't let unwanted body hair get in the way of your good stuff. Go to manscaped.com/Angry Joe Show for 20% off and free shipping. It's a new year. It's time for a new look. Get Manscaped today.
That was a huge rocket, Alex.
It's a good-looking rocket now that it's clear for liftoff.
Clear.
It's supposed to flop. But
Yes.
it does have an interesting shape to it.
Right?
It's a
I can't believe they
very
made something
Austin
like
Powers
that.
of it's just like
Reminds
That's
me of
huge,
something.
Johnson. That's a big boy.
Guys, click the links down below for Manscaped. Check out some of the. If you've already got the shaver, because some of you guys have actually listened to us and got it, and we love it when you tell us. Try the shampoo. It's really good. The body wash. It smells
I've been
great.
using
Smell like
it.
a real man. What?
I've been using it.
Yes, exactly. So check it out, guys. All right, so let me say AJS news. Alex is back. Welcome back. Hopefully you had a good time. And
Yeah. I hated it.
I hated it. Oh, I should have wore the Alex shirt. And then we are doing. We did an unboxing for our Warhammer models
Sweet.
while Alex was away with Ray. That was pretty fun. And then, so this Wednesday we'll be doing a learning stream before we start our campaign, because many people have been like, "Hey, Joe, where's the 40K stuff?" And then we, for our backers, we have a little Patreon. I'm gonna ask you to update that after we do that episode, where you can be some of the models in our campaign. So
Yeah, I should have
on
a list of
Wednesday
teams.
is when we're gonna have our learning stream amongst all four of us and get that delved out. So that was some AJ news. And then, of course, February obviously is going to kill us. It is the busiest month.
Working
We're
on
currently
Dying Light.
working on Dying Light 2. We still need to finish it. Come join us on our streams at twitch.tv/Angry Joe Show. And watch us finish that off, and we'll just continue to roll in the games as we get them. So that's AJS news, a 40K campaign coming, and just more work. So what else? What has happened during the past week, Alex?
in the video game world, it's. I mean, depending on who you listen to, it's either a great time to be a Halo fan or it's not a great time to be a Halo fan. Because last month, Microsoft announced that they wanted to do something special for their fans, right? They're like, if you buy this nail polish,
Oh my God!
we will
I
give you-
remember the nail polish
Yeah,
one.
and
I
they
put that in the.
Yeah, so it's like if you buy this special nail polish,
Nail
we'll
polish.
give you a skin that matches the color of the nail
Like a
polish within the
purple.
game. Because remember, they didn't ship a complete product, so they need to sell you other shit to make more money on the back end. And so what they did is they put them out for sale. Now the problem is when they released it, they said it's going to be Halo and Forza skins. So all these Halo people bought all this nail polish, and it's for Forza skins. And the issue was there was an error. So right now, the terms and conditions on their website is correct. But back then, someone used the Wayback Machine. The snapshot of the
Nice.
page's original publication last month does not say that, this one has to be on this platform, this one has to be on this platform. So they bought the right nail polish,
Yeah.
but they bought it on the wrong place. And so they got a Forza code instead, and they're like, well, I don't play
The
Forza.
fuck is this?
And now you're stuck with
Microsoft is
$40 in nail polish.
$40 nail polish for the fucking skin, you dumbasses. God,
The wrong
man.
skin.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So-
This, you
I don't
deserve
know
it.
what Microsoft is doing.
it.
First, they
Oh.
try to do this Halo new
Can't even
thing.
do the shit right. They can't even do their shit right. Yeah, don't tell people that it's Halo. Honestly, for that nail polish, I always thought it was Halo. I put in my video as Halo. I've seen the marketing Halo. I didn't even know it was for Forza. So yeah, some guys
Bought the
got
wrong
screwed.
ones. Yep.
Try out the nail polish. I mean, you wasted $40 already, so put some nail polish on there. So if you see some guys walking around with purple nail polish, they're probably one of the Halo players that didn't get the skin, trying to get their money's worth.
Are you gonna buy some?
No, absolutely not. I refuse to give them
What the
a
fuck?
single cent.
Yeah.
Nail polish?
And you know what? There was a story here that I didn't quite believe, but I looked it up. I dived into it a little more, and it is true. Halo Infinite's player retention is sharply declining. Now, what does that mean? Well, it's sharp. If some people are like, well, that's bullshit. Halo bots and Xbox. It's actually declining on Steam.
Yeah.
And actually, it's slipping a little bit on Xbox too. It's down to number 6 most popular games. Now it jumps up and down over time, but you would think that, this is a system app. It's a killer app, and you're 6th. Like a month or two down along the line. That's not necessarily good on Xbox, and it's even worse on Steam that players are leaving the game. And honestly, that is because of the variety of issues, no new game modes, the progression, the lack of interesting unlocked content. It just lacks creativity in some of those unlocks. And then the whole free-to-play thing and the challenges and all these other things are contributing to players, somewhat leaving a little earlier, a little more than expected. And then we know that Halo is already lowering their prices. And when they're doing that kind of stuff, that means when they're looking at their metrics, they're not getting the metrics that they want. Yeah. So we already know that there is a little bit of trouble in Halo Infinite's free-to-player PvP. And honestly, I saw it coming. In the review, I said, I just don't think Halo multiplayer is really set up for this kind of stuff.
You
where
called
they're
it
trying
years
to
ago, and people didn't believe you then. And then we talked about it this year, and they didn't believe us now.
And they won't believe us
yeah,
now.
and like years ago, and he's like, "This is the where microtransactions are going." No, you're dumb. It's never going to go there. It's like, "Oh, hey, this is the problem with the game." And the issue is they're going to bounce back, and they're going to bounce back hard because what's going to happen is they're going to release campaign co-op. Everyone's going to come back. We'll have a huge surge again.
Forge will surge again.
And then I'm just hoping that they learn from this. But the issue that I have is the more we see these games get released in an incomplete manner, and the more that people are championing these game companies who take your money, by the way, that you pay them for the privilege. It doesn't make the gaming industry stronger for the consumer, and we are so consumer. We're pro gamers here at the Angry Joe Show, so it's maddening to see them do this.
Got to put the gamers first, and obviously this was a business first move, which wasn't good for the health of Halo multiplayer, restrictive playlists, things like that. But like you said, co-op, Forge. Maybe Battle Royale if they get a little desperate later on down the line.
Oh, they'd have to design the whole thing and start from square one.
No,
it's not like they have a bunch of other modes that
I'd like to see some PvE stuff. Well, you get that a little bit with the co-op, but maybe some creative stuff. Get a little creative. If you're trying to bankroll Halo and making it a live service where you're constantly making cash, you can't just take the old format, piecemeal it up, and then push it in front of us and make some uncreative
that's the easiest
skins.
thing to do.
Right, that's the easiest thing to do.
on.
And they expect it to generate buku money. It's like, nah, man, that's not really working out for you.
It's so sad.
We'll have to see if they can right that ship over at Halo.
Okay, we also got reports that Swedish studio Starvolt put out Mortal Online at the end of last month. It's a hardcore MMO, skill-based first-person combat. And people are waiting in queues 24 to 36 hours to get into the game.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And once you log out, so people aren't logging out. And so they don't log out. And so the AFKs don't get kicked for being AFK. So you log in and you stay in forever. And then there's like in-game pets you have to feed and stuff. And so people can't log in quickly enough to like...
their pets are dying.
And then so like, unfortunately, people were sending me these sad memes of it's like, my pet died because I couldn't log in to feed it. It's like, this is... It's an issue. So it's another it's a newer game, much smaller team, and they're definitely trying to work on it. But it is a big deal for people who are trying to play this game. If I had to wait more than 2 hours to play a game, I'd move on. I'd find another game. Like I don't have enough free time to sit. And
I didn't even know about Mortal Online. Mortal Online 2 on Steam.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because let's see, it was released like November 23rd, but then this one says it was released January 25th, 2022. Did you even know about this? I didn't even fucking know that this game. I've heard of Mortal Online, but not Mortal Online 2.
Yeah, I mean
Interesting.
it's not a huge game. I think they said that typically about just under 10,000 players. But it's
Okay.
one server, all going all the time, persistent stuff, and it's supposed to be like kind of a
Yeah,
hardcore
that was
thing.
the unique thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and so people are just having a huge issues right
shit.
now. They're
The
gonna
smaller team,
Open
they
up more
really didn't
servers. What the fuck?
anticipate. Well, they're a small
The
team.
developer has announced more servers are coming.
Yeah,
Okay.
and so
God damn, 24-hour queues.
yeah. I don't. And then some of these people were waiting in 36 hours. They were showing screenshots of 36 hours.
I don't know.
Like,
now,
why?
now that it's on our radar, that you brought it on our radar, I kind of want to log in and make and then the queue's gonna be
Good
even
luck.
worse.
Yeah.
Good luck.
All right. I got great news from Blizzard. They have heard your complaining about all the things that they are doing, and they are going to bring Warcraft to mobile. In
What?
its financial report of 2021, the company
That's
shared
not
that
what we.
Oh, no.
I thought you
that
were
we
gonna say
didn't-
something with
we didn't say-
NFTs or something.
Yeah.
No.
You're a piece of shit.
God damn it,
They're
Alex.
a piece of shit.
Yeah, they want mobile.
Okay, cool.
And
They
so,
want to make more money.
well, because they. The last time they announced this, it didn't go very well for them, right? You've got the very famous "Don't you people have phones?" Diablo Immortal was unveiled in 2018. Everyone hated it. They called it a spit in the face of the community. There was 44,000 signatures for them to cancel the project.
Yeah.
Their stock took a major hit. I don't think it's going to happen this time because there are other things that people are yelling at them for. But we knew this was coming. Like, honestly, that game company, that umbrella makes so much money in the mobile space, and we're going to talk a little bit about that later, that this was a foregone conclusion that it was coming to mobile.
Yeah,
now, WoW
why
will run
not?
on your cell phone as is right now anyway, so this should be surprised to.
Well, I thought the news you were bringing up is that after I don't know how many decades of the game, now they announced that the Alliance will be able to partner up with the Horde,
Yeah.
and you'll be able to have like cooperative going out and
The
we're friends,
Umis.
friendship.
Nope.
No, what do you mean no? Yes, that's the thing. They're doing that. Eventually, they're adding that to the game. But, I mean, it's been a long time, so I guess the few people that are playing the game left, which I guess it's still healthy. I mean,
it's doing well.
it's
still
a
doing well.
over 1 million player base. Yeah,
So it's
can group up with their rivals.
all right. Into the bad news. DICE has been working really hard. And so they've been bringing major changes over to 2042. So the scoreboard update has been delayed until March.
It's
They're,
it's
They're-
really hard, Joe.
yeah.
They're working real
Yeah.
hard on this
they're
scoreboard, and
becoming
they
a fucking laughing stock.
kind of delay that, and then I heard the season 1 is delayed till summer or something.
Did they just give up?
Probably.
Like a fucking scoreboard.
Yeah. That just shows
Basic
you.
ass shit.
Like basic ass shit is
Delayed.
delayed, and they can't get that right, and then the season 1 is delayed, and it's like, really? So we're playing the same shit over and over for so many more months. Are you like purposefully trying to kill whatever is
Oh,
left
yeah.
of the player base?
That's what it seems
like.
like.
We're already gone, but now you're just fucking with the hardcore people, and I guess they take that shit in stride a little easier than we do.
Are you
But I'm
willing?
just
I
laughing
don't know,
at that.
Dan.
Fucking scoreboard delay, seasons delay. Oh my god.
That's a fucking joke. This article is a fucking joke.
Well, the community response has been great as well.
Game is a joke.
Yeah,
It is.
The
The whole-
Reddit is just filled with people just like making fun of them.
Yeah,
One of
you
these
should.
I really liked. If DICE was a friend on social media, you'd be setting up a GoFundMe page because it's clear they're reaching out for help. and it's like, yeah.
Damn, man. All the people that used to make Battlefield great, I guess, have moved on to other positions. This is just insane.
I mean, they did hit 30% positive on Steam. So 30% of the people who play.
30%.
So there's that.
Yeah, I mean, still overwhelming negative.
Nice.
But they're doing okay. All right, let's get into this. Is the time of year where the major corporations talk with their investors. They reveal their numbers, how well they did in the previous quarter, the last year. So we're going to kind of go through that pretty quick. Nintendo has an amazing year. Now, the headline is they're down. It's like, of course, they're down. Last year, pandemic year, Animal Crossing year, they did incredible. Like, massive numbers, record highs. And they're only down
Monster
about...
Hunter 2?
Yeah, and they're only down 6% this year, still killing it. Nintendo is doing very, very well, and they should be very happy with themselves. Activision Blizzard holiday bookings dropped 18%. Call of Duty is failing hard for them, dropped 30%.
Good.
They said, according to them, the World War II set Call of Duty Vanguard underperformed compared to the previous year's premium Call of Duty Black Ops, and the publisher
Wonder
noted
why.
lower
I
engagement
wonder why.
in Warzone.
Go watch our review.
Though Call of Duty Mobile was a bright spot for the brand, growing net bookings for the quarter and pushing its total 2021 consumer spending mark past. Anyone want to guess? Guesses?
Billion.
1 year.
Billion.
No. 500 million.
A billion.
It's $1 billion. It's $1 billion.
Oh my god.
know-
fuck all these mobile gamers and
$1 billion is a lot of fucking
Yeah.
money.
I was like, I'm gonna pick something ridiculous because I'm probably gonna underestimate it because they make dirty ass money on this game.
$1 billion is a lot for a video game.
I
And
cannot
one-
stand mobile gaming.
Yeah.
I'll never fucking understand it. It's even shittier games with even more microtransactions and bullshit tactics, and it still prints money. It's our children. You know what I mean? You know, it's the next generation. They don't know any better. They were raised and they're being raised on it, and then that generation then has kids, and then this generation, they're so used to it that they're like, oh, this is normal, and then they'll go even harder on the microtransaction. They'll go even less on the gameplay. It's gonna be fucking
We're those
crazy.
old guys.
We're
Damn,
the
this
old guys.
generation's
We're the
ruined
old-
gaming.
We're the OGs.
Yeah.
I guess the generation before us are probably the OGs, and then we're the OG2s.
Damn this generation.
yeah.
Get off my lawn.
We're the generation that should have been fucking putting up a fight so that
We
our
are
children can
trying.
have better
We
games.
tried. There's just-
We're
are
trying.
trying.
We're trying. The Angry Joe Show and like a few other people are fucking helping us, but the journalists are mainly sucking on the teats of these companies and facilitating it, help facilitating it. God damn it, that sucks.
Do you have
Blizzard-
anything positive?
Oh, I'm not done yet. Blizzard,
God.
Blizzard was down in the holiday numbers, down 21% over last year. Now, King is what holds up Activision. Now, people are talking about Call of Duty and all. Like, King is the mobile
Right, their
company
mobile shit.
that owns Candy Crush. And in the last quarter, they were up 19%. In just the last quarter, $684 million.
Yeah.
And so King is what
Yeah.
is holding that company up. It's not Call of Duty Mobile. It's even worse.
Right.
And so the thing is, Candy Crush is your grandma and it's your mom,
Mom
that's
and
just
your
sitting there. And you
sister
need to get your
and-
parents and you need to uninstall that shit off their phone and tell them, stop it.
Yeah.
Or stop spending money.
Just fucking stop it. You're ruining our games, as evidenced by,
Yep.
shit like Battlefield 2042. I hate to go back to it.
But now you
Oh,
can
no,
play-
that's the next story.
Oh,
Battlefield 2042.
Good.
So we actually got the investment call from EA, and they gave away.
They said this is wonderful.
Yeah.
Everybody loves it.
No, Andrew Wilson actually was more honest than I thought. He actually admitted that it was a tough launch. We did have a challenge in Q3 as the launch of Battlefield 2042 did not meet expectations, and then he fluffs it up. It was always ambitious game, and our teams pushed to innovate. And
You fucking liar.
and then
This is a multiplayer only game. I'm tired of people forgetting that the whole fucking team has one aspect to kind of focus on instead of wasting all this time on campaign. All the people that hated the campaign was like, well, I wish that they would spend more time on multiplayer and just focus on multiplayer.
And they did.
And they fucking did, and they done fucked it up. Well, something we always knew. I mean, for Christ's sake, they're pushing the goddamn season 1 pass. It should have came out already
The
all the way to
scoreboard.
summer.
The fucking
summer.
scoreboard
The
is delayed.
scoreboard delayed a month. Early summer 2022, the first season delayed. Nobody gives a shit anymore. And why? Because to bring the game up to highest standards. No, you mean to bring the game up to legacy standards, to basic features standards, not high standards. They're just focusing on resolving current issues. God damn. Basically, they're still developing the game.
Oh, absolutely. Blake Jorgensen actually had some things to say about it. He said, as originally forecast, the Battlefield franchise would have accounted for significantly less than 10% of this year's net bookings. Because they
yeah,
don't really
that
care.
hurts.
They
Yeah.
don't necessarily
They don't
care about
care.
Battlefield. And
They
then they
don't care.
said next
year, 5%.
Now, he was specifically asked, all right,
We're dead. It's over. My favorite franchise is fucking dead and gone. They don't give a shit. It doesn't make them enough money for them
Nope.
to actually give a shit.
an investor, people who give them money and actually own the company, right, said, "Hey, tell us how many units of Battlefield you sold," and he wouldn't tell them. He said, "We're going to refrain from trying to give updates there.
lot.
Remember,
We're gonna
Battlefield."
refrain from giving updates there. we sold
Did you sell it? We sold some.
we
We sold
sold
some,
We had,
yeah.
some, we had some returns too.
We sold some.
we sold 400.
Yeah, don't say any numbers.
No numbers.
No numbers.
1,000, and then we had 200,000
Gajillion.
refunds. No,
Yeah.
I'm just playing. It's not that.
So what he said is, they're like, "Tell us the number," and he said, "I'm not going to, but just remember that it doesn't count. We don't care about it because it only makes 10% of our revenue.
If you don't care about it, tell me the number.
But we've sold less units than we thought we would. So that's his ultimate update is we.
They fucked
didn't
it
The
up.
do
investors should be
very
like,
well.
no, fuck you. Tell me the number.
I wanna
know
like,
what
I'm
it-
a fucking investor.
Yeah.
I want to know the number. Do you want my money? Give me the number. I want to know the number because I want to show DICE and whoever's in charge there in EA that the direction that Battlefield 2042 is going is wrong, and we don't want that shit, and we're gonna fight against that shit. And you better do something with the license, otherwise let fucking Sony buy DICE. EA, fuck you. If you can't handle Battlefield, if you don't give a shit about Battlefield anymore, you want to stick with your stupid mobile garbage and your Madden and your fucking FIFA, then let somebody else who cares about core gaming. I think Sony's, has demonstrated that and cares about single player in addition to the multiplayer. I sell that shit.
Yeah, sell the IP.
DICE.
Don't sell DICE. DICE can just be over there and wither away and
Yeah,
die. Sell the IP of
I
Battlefield and give it to
guess.
someone who
No,
cares.
there are probably still a few good. But
don't-
yeah, you're right. You're right. It's just depleted. You can tell DICE is depleted. There's no way.
Now, the call wasn't all bad if you were an investor in EA. Actually, their last quarter was one of its biggest ever thanks to Apex Legends, FIFA, and Madden. Because FIFA and Madden are still carrying that awful company every
Why?
single quarter.
Why do we even
We
bother?
can't. We can't fight
We're
against
just wasting our fucking breath.
it because them fucking sports gamers are fucking dumb in the brain and they have brain damage and they keep doing the same thing every fucking year. It's the definition of insanity, expecting something different. And luckily, our inner friend circle, we finally got Devin to stop doing it. He was like, "It's this, it's
what
the
he
same thing.
says.
It's what he says. Who knows?" And the Angel, I don't think can be
He's
helped.
lost
It's an-
cause.
yes,
He's
an
a
addi-
lost
yeah,
cause
it's
because
an
he does the
addiction.
digital packs. It's a gambling addiction, and then he fucking does other gambling, right? And so it fits right in with that. It's like this
Yeah.
is real. This is real.
Yeah.
This is the gambling addiction of that shit, and it's being presented towards their children, and nothing's being done about it because it makes billions.
Yeah. Well, according to Blake Jorgensen, Q3 was the largest quarter in the company's history for net bookings, underlying profitability, and cash generations. And then it's all because of the sports games. EA was the top best-selling title in the overall West last year, and Madden 22 was the best-selling sports game in the U.S. for 2021.
Yeah.
Apex Legends grew a lot, risen 30% year over year, which is good for them.
That's crazy. I just think Apex should be doing a little more. I guess they're
yeah.
I guess
This
they're
is so
doing a bare
fucking
minimum
sad.
and they're raising player base. That's interesting. Imagine if they did even more. Imagine if they did what they were supposed to with the matchmaking and skins and game modes
Good
and
battle
things.
pass. Like,
It would make them a lot more money.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so that's the big financial update that we
Okay.
got from everybody. All the boring number stuff's out of the
sad.
way.
No, it wasn't boring. It was interesting.
No, it's sad. Is what
It's
it
sad.
was.
Yeah, $1 billion.
Battlefield.
So there are a lot of games that do really, really well that don't make $100 million.
Yeah.
And then for a game like Call of Duty Mobile in 1 year to make $1 billion, and it's going to make $1 billion next year.
But there's 2 points.
I think more.
There's 2 points to this. I think that a company like EA cannot switch to all mobile, and because they will lose, the ability to have massive IPs, then transfer over into the mobile market and then have that name recognition and generate. Like they feel because they would have already done it by now, is what I'm thinking. Now I'm starting to second guess myself that EA could then do all the mobile shit and just stop with all the core gaming. If they do that, somebody else will fill their slot because there's money to be made amongst core gamers and good games rather than just mobile shit. But
Well, they're gonna
there's a
continue with
reason why
their-
they're holding on to the core, but we have to hold a line to make sure that the core games don't become mirror images of the mobile game.
Yeah,
Well,
they-
the core game though is going to be basically the same sports copy and paste every year, and they spend so much fucking goddamn money. Obviously, they're gonna keep that alive.
And it never gets
They're like,
reinvested
"Oh,
into
yeah,
the
we're
game.
gonna get
That's
more
why I was
money."
like seriously considering, guys, a boycott of Madden. But then, we have a recent passing of Madden himself. So that is a
telling you,
huge
he's gonna be
event
in the
that
cover.
would interrupt because they're going to get a bunch of fucking sympathy buys. They're going to profit off his death. I see it coming. I know they're going to do like Madden edition and he's back on the cover or
$200.
something like that. And
$200.
It's
Yeah.
it's $100. I'll tell you that.
But you
It's
get
gonna
them
be
packs.
$100
We gotta
for no
get them
fucking
packs,
reason
though.
other than the packs. Yeah.
Yeah.
So and it's like, do I do a boycott during that, or do we
Yes.
wait one more year and see during the year that man passed away, do they put any extra effort into the game?
No, they
Or
won't.
does it come out the same thing that it came out in 2022, or 2021, which it was like the worst it's ever been, while simultaneously trying to put in things that to appease us that didn't work.
Yeah, even
so-
hardcore fans are getting tired of it. But
Yep, I think
tired of it,
I'm
that's what's
tired. But here you go.
Here's my wallet. Yeah.
we have to try to affect their numbers, whether we do the boycott this year on the Madden anniversary one, or whether we wait a year and give them a year, and it's like, oh, so you didn't even do anything when Madden passed away. You didn't even do anything on that. Then you boycott it the next year.
Yeah.
So a boycott is coming, and
or the MUT,
I'm
or just
brewing it.
boycott the MUT mode and just like, look, the games can be fun. Like I
No.
play games
They
that I
took
won't
it
spend
out.
money.
At this point,
like I won't give any money to
we're
Apex.
boycotting
I won't
the
give them a
whole
cent.
fucking
I won't
thing.
give any money to Halo. But also play those games. Like play the games that you want. Just don't give them any fucking money, especially if you've already paid for the game.
Yeah.
The EA doesn't really do a lot of the mobile. Like their mobile money is insignificant compared to the rest of their portfolio.
Yeah.
And they read the same things that I just read. Right? They're like, wait a minute, Call of Duty Mobile made $1 billion in a year. What the fuck?
So what we would have to do if we were to organize a boycott would be to ask our audience. We'll do it in a separate video when the time comes. Is our audience is already boycotting Madden. Now, there's a few of them that if we do a real push, that they will then probably make sure that they're doing it for sure. But we need a list of all the Madden YouTubers. That's what we need. And I need to get on the phone, or I need to get on emails, and then be like,
Ryan,
bro,
get at us, Ryan.
well, he's ostracized by the Madden YouTubers because he tells the truth.
Oh, yeah.
Ryan Moody. So what we have to actually do is get the ones that just like fucking support the game constantly. That is probably impossible to do.
Yeah, for
but
sure.
you'd have to know that under their smile and their promotion and the impact band that they feel the same way.
And
but
money
they
that
have
They
they get
do, but
paid.
it's gonna be hard.
but they
That's,
have to keep their channels going.
Exactly.
So that's the hard thing to do. But if you can get a few of them on board, then I think that you can have real change there. But all right, anyways.
All right, you had something you want to talk about, right?
Yes. One of my games I'm looking forward to, Sony's Ghostwire Tokyo gameplay trailer. Check it out. Showcases an eerie supernatural city.
Gameplay
This
demo.
looks pretty fucking cool.
It actually
It's like
does.
an action horror.
I like that the guy's like, he does like what do you call it? Doctor Strange type maneuvers
yeah.
with wires and holding ghosts, and it's like, okay,
It looks pretty cool.
okay.
I'm
Did
looking
you
forward to
know,
that one.
Joe? And I was reading an article that said that Ghostwire Tokyo actually started as The Evil Within 3. And then it was adding
Evolved.
so many new mechanics, so many new different things that they said this needs to be its own IP. It could be its own thing. And so then they switched
Did
gears
not.
from The Evil Within 3 and turned it into Ghostwire Tokyo. And the gameplay looks good. And it looks really interesting. That's March 25th.
How scary do you think it's going to be, though?
No,
More action?
Not
It's
as
not
much.
gonna be scary.
Yeah, that's
More
what it's like.
action-y
It's
and-
action horror,
Action.
more action. But
And since it's not Resident Evil, since there's no expectations for it to be, spooky as fuck or horror-ish, then that sets the expectations right. That I'm not expecting to be scared by it. I'm just expecting to have a good time and to have some weird, creepy
Creepy
cool
moments.
designs and moments. Yeah. And if it can do an actual scare here or there, that would be amazing too. So March 25th on PlayStation 5 and PC. No Xbox there, but you'll probably
on
have,
PC.
4 years on PC, maybe.
yeah.
That seems to be.
They'll have
That's-
something.
That
Yeah.
is a way.
Cool.
All right.
This is some sad news, man.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
God
Do you
damn
think
it,
in our
Alex.
lifetime, Joe, we can get some good sports? Like
No.
let's say in 10 years, when we're older, and we'll be like, hey, remember that time that Madden was so shitty and we had to fucking, fight for that shit. And now it's good, but back then it was shitty. Do you think we'll get to that
Yeah,
point?
I do.
Eventually get to
and
that point.
I don't think it's the reason that you think it's going to be reason. I think that greed is going to make it better because I think eventually the NFL maybe not FIFA, but the NFL will realize we can make significantly more money if we split up and we don't give anyone the simulation license.
somebody else's
to a bunch of
greed.
people, a bunch of other people, right?
Yes.
Just say, look, no more exclusive. Anyone who wants to make simulation football can make simulation football, and I think some AA company will make a AAA product, and I think that's the only thing that's going to happen.
Yep, that's the only way it's going to happen. I agree 100%. And they've already opened that's impossible right now because they have the exclusive license for simulation.
Yeah.
Now, some of these other ones that aren't simulation could potentially branch off and make success and put some fire under Madden's ass or put some fire under NFL to be like, okay, let's also get rid of the exclusive license for simulation. And allow
Star Wars did it.
So 20 years, 30 years, maybe we'll be in the old folks' home, Joe. All three of us, and then we'll finally be able to enjoy Madden. Whoa, this is
What?
pretty
They
good.
fixed men. Dead.
I can only hope
And he died.
who will
Let's get a
win,
heart
Madden
attack.
or Angry Joe. We'll have to see. Stick with us for the next 3 decades. Please be a loyal fan and we'll continue to watch and support
stop
the show for 3 decades.
Buying
See?
stupid shit.
It's clever marketing. You got to keep watching our show for 3 decades now to see the
Yeah.
wins.
Well, also make sure you click those links down below. Check out
Yes.
Manscaped. They've got amazing smelling body wash, incredible boxers, and then, of course, the Lawnmower 4.0. It's waterproof.
Which you should already have if you
should-
don't get it.
Get it, yeah, absolutely.
Guys, we'll see you on the next Angry Joe show. This is video 1 of 2, so stay tuned for the second one. Bye,
Hey,
guys.
guys.